Hey, welcome in. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build the exact system that grew my Instagram from 2,000 followers all the way to 30,000 followers in the past 27 days. Stay until the end because I'm going to be giving you the full n8n workflow, every detailed prompt that I use, my content strategy framework, and this copy-paste template that I personally sold to clients for thousands of dollars. So if getting that is something that you're interested in, be sure to stick around until the end of the video. So the way this automation works is you're going to scroll until you find a video that you like, copy the link of that video, come over to Telegram, and you're going to paste that URL. And then this automation is going to return this.
Free AI tools everyone should know. The last one is absolutely mind-blowing. Number 1, 2.2.
Here are 3 free AI tools everybody should know. The last one is absolutely mind-blowing. Number 1, 2.2. The world's first open source cinematic video model. Upload a single photo and a voice clip, and it creates a movie-style video of you. And look, I know this probably sounds like every other YouTube, Instagram growth hack, but here's the difference. This is my actual account. I'm actually at 30,000 followers now, and you can go back and see that I started posting about 40 days ago. And not only did I gain followers, but these followers actually turned into converting customers that pay. And I'm sure that's what a lot of you are looking for as well. So if we come over to my school, you can see we're now at 774 members that pay $79 a month. And also, some of these followers have actually DM'd me, and I started working with them with my AI automation agency, where we implement AI automations and provide monthly strategy sessions to maximize ROI for small businesses. So this automation that I'm about to show you guys how to build step by step in this video actually brought in over $25,000 of profit to my business, and I'm sure it can do the same for yours. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this works. We're going to build this AI automation from scratch. I'm talking the content scraping system, the personalization engine, the outreach workflows, everything. You're going to watch me configure every single node inside of n8n. You're going to see the prompts that I use, and you're going to understand why this works instead of just copy and pasting blindly. And real quick, before we jump right in, I just ask that you guys hit like and subscribe if you want more content like this. I'm going to be dropping videos every single week and not gatekeeping anything, so I'll be sharing everything with you guys. So if that sounds good, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's hop right in. So if you guys are new here, the way that I typically do these videos and the way I feel is most beneficial for you guys is I like to show you the entire build process from start to finish, whereas most other creators, they'll show you the polished final version and they won't really show you how they got there. I like to show you the step-by-step, that way you can actually learn and build things like this for yourself and for your clients. So the way these builds typically start is I'll go into Excalidraw or in any notes app really, and I'll come up with the outline of what I want this automation to do. Break it down to the basics. What we want this one to do is we're going to put step 1. What we're doing is we want to copy pretty much viral reels. So I want to be able to take a viral reel that I see, send it, and transcribe it, and copy the entire thing. So for step 1, get the viral reel that you want to copy the URL, and send it to Telegram. So that's step 1. Telegram is going to be the trigger. And the reason we send it there is because it's pretty easy to send things through Telegram and then pass over all the data. And I just like to build these in the simplest way possible. Next step is we're going to need to do HTTP request to transcribe the reel. Use a tool like Apify or Supadata. And if you guys aren't familiar with these tools, they basically just allow you to scrape content from pretty much anywhere: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and it gives you data from that content. So it can give us the transcription, which is basically the words that the person is saying in the video. It can give us the like count, the comments, things like that. And number 3, once we have that, feed transcript into an AI agent, have the AI agent review and change things up a little bit so that we're not plagiarizing. Just hit enter to make it a little bit more neat. Yeah, so we're going to take a viral reel script, change things up a little bit so that we're not plagiarizing. If you guys go look at my channel, these are all done with AI in this system I'm going to show you. This one got 33,000 views. And basically, the reason this isn't really plagiarizing is because all these videos do is they basically just show you a new tool that came out. So it's almost like a news channel. And if you're not making original content, which these really aren't my creative thoughts, it's just sharing a useful tool with you guys, it's kind of hard to copy someone when you're just sharing information. Alright, so step 4, once we feed that, have the AI agent review, write a new script, Step 4 is we want to hit fields node in order to extract the script and the title from the AI agent output. There we go, that looks pretty good. Step 5 is going to be, if we think about this logically, we're going to be using Heygen, which if you guys aren't familiar, it just allows you to create an AI clone of yourself. That way you don't actually have to film videos. This AI clone will film the videos for you. Like all of these videos have been made with AI. So step 5 is going to be hit fields node in order to get the Heygen information fully populated. And if you guys are watching this and maybe this is a little confusing to you, don't worry. I'm going to hop right in and I'm going to build this step by step with you. And if you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer them for you guys. So step 6, we can do if node for whether the video is going to have a background or not. So in Heygen, if I wanted to, I could remove this entire background. That way it's not my wall. And I could do something like, let's say, a picture of Sam Altman, who is the founder of OpenAI. So if I'm sharing news about AI, I can make this be the background and say, breaking news, Sam Altman. And there's a few accounts that do it like that. But for my case, and for probably most of you guys, you're going to want to keep it as an empty background. Step 7, HTTP post request to Heygen to recreate the video using our AI clone as well as our voice clone from 11 Labs. So I'm sure if you guys are watching this video, you're familiar with 11 Labs. It's similar to Heygen, but 11 Labs is for voice, whereas Heygen is for avatar, so like your person. 8 is going to, and the best thing about this automation, guys, is that once you have this set up, it's set up now. Like mine right now is fully set up. I don't have to do anything. There's no weekly upkeep. I just have it run on a schedule. If I see a video I like and that I think would perform well, I send it to my Telegram. It goes, and it creates the entire video for me. So it's one of those things where you set it up once and then it's going to work forever for you, which is the way I like to approach automation, because I feel like if we're building things like this, we should be doing it for maximum leverage and to help us grow our business. Because if you're anything like me and you're running a business, you find that things like recording and making videos like this take up a lot of time. When I was doing this manually, it would take me like 3 hours to record 20 videos and edit them. Now, I just send all these automations, gives me a product like this, I send this over to one of my editors, he edits it up, sends it to me, and then I post it, and that's it. So I cut my editing and filming time down from about 7 hours for 30 reels to about 20 minutes, which is really the goal with AI, is to leverage technology as much as possible where we can. Number 8 is going to be a merge node so that no matter what, it will get the video output. Number 9, if I can remember correctly, will be a wait node to allow Heygen AI to render the entire video for us. That's not the wait I meant. And number 10, let's see if I can remember this. HTTP request to get the final video output. And then anything after this is really just extra, but I like to add an if node for error handling. That's just good to have in case errors do occur, which sometimes they will. This will automatically handle them. That way, it doesn't run up all your credits inside of your n8n, which I've had happen to me a couple times. So I like to add these. Just a little pro tip. You don't have to if you don't want to. And then send video back to yourself through Telegram or post automatically via Blotato. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about this final step. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about Blotato. I'll show you if you haven't. Blotato. Let's see here. Right here. And what it does is it basically lets you publish to all platforms. I do not recommend doing it this way. Blotato is a great tool, don't get me wrong, but I've found that when I publish using a tool instead of just manually going in the app on my phone, typing in the information myself, I found that it limits my reach. So a video that would normally get 10,000 views, if I publish it automatically using a software like Blotato, it'll only get like 1,000 views. So it's up to you. If you want, you could still do it that way. I just recommend manually posting everything. That way the system knows you're not AI and it knows you're a real person posting. So this is what I do before every build. I'll come up with something like this. That way I can have a general outline to work off of. Otherwise, it's going to be very chaotic and your mind is going to be scattered. So now that we have this, all we have to do is, okay, step 1, get video reel that you want to copy the URL and send it to Instagram. So if we see like this, all we would do is click right here. So if we come over here, all we would do, I'm used to doing this on my phone, but I think it would be similar. You click here, and then if we want, let's say we want to copy this one, then go to copy link. And then what we want is a system or a software that's going to allow us to turn that in, to transcribe that video that we just copied. And the best one that I've found for that is Supadata, just because it's free for 100 reels per month, which for me, I post about 3 videos a day, so that's 90 per month. That's plenty. And I'm sure for you guys, it'll be plenty as well. All right, let's hop right in and build this step by step now. So step 1, you're going to want to come up here, create workflow, and it's going to start with a trigger. This workflow in specific is going to start with a Telegram trigger on message. So we just come right here, we can look up Telegram, and then we're going to want to come over to actions on message right here. Let me make myself a little bit smaller, that way you guys can see the screen a little bit better. And now it's going to ask you for a credential to connect with. You're going to want to pick yours if you have one. If you do not have one, all you need to do is open up Telegram, and then you'll come over to this bot father right here. And what you want to do is type in /new bot, and then you have to give it a name. So just say something random, and then make sure you put bot at the end, enter, and choose a username. So again, put whatever you want, make sure it ends with bot, and then it's going to give you an HTTP API token. So you just want to click on this to copy it, and then what you're going to do is come back over to the workflow, and you're going to want to click on create new credential, access token, paste it right there. I'm not going to do that because I already have my bot set up, but that's exactly what you would do if you don't have one. So mine is right here. I called him RealBot. So now that that is set up, we can just click out, and step 1 is now complete. So we can come back over here and we'll check that off because that's step 1. Step 2, we want to do an HTTP request to transcribe the reel. Use a tool like Apify or Supadata. I decided we're going to use Supadata because it happens to be completely free, 100 free requests per month. Which in my case, I only plan on doing 3 reels every day. So that's perfect because that's 90 and we still have room for 10 more. So you just want to sign in, create your free account. It'll log you in and it looks a little something like this. So what you can do is come over to API keys and you're going to grab your key, or you're going to click on create one if you don't have it yet. Copy it. And then what we're going to do inside of n8n is an HTTP request node. And we want to, I believe this is going to be a post. Now what we want to do next is going to be an HTTP request node, and this is going to be a GET request. And for the URL, you want to just put in api.supadata.ai/v1/transcript. And then what you want to do is turn on send query parameters. For the name on this one, you want to put URL, all lowercase. And for the value, we're going to grab that in 1 second. Click on add parameter. We're going to put text in this one. For the value, we're going to put true. And then we're going to want to turn on send headers. Name of this is going to be x-api-key. And make sure to keep note of that capitalization. Everything should be lowercase. For the value, you're going to want to come over to your Supadata, over to API keys, copy it, come back in, and just paste your API key. So I'll have to change mine, otherwise you guys are going to use mine. But then for this value right here, how we can get that is we want to click out first. We're going to click execute workflow, and then I'm going to go on my phone. I'm going to send something to my Telegram. That way this can actually activate and we can pass on some information. So I'm going to send it. I'll be right back after I send information over. Okay, so I just went ahead and sent that information through. What we can do now is click in here, and if we scroll down, you can see this text is exactly what we want for the URL. So now it's going to pass over that URL straight to Supadata, which is going to transcribe. So if we click execute step, it should transcribe that reel that I just sent over. So there we go. We have the transcription right here. And you can see I just found the tool that gives you unlimited, blah, 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 blah. Perfect. So step 2 is now complete. So you guys can see these actually go a lot easier than they may seem. They seem a little daunting at first, but as you get going, it gets pretty simple. So step 3, feed the transcript into an AI agent. Have the AI agent review and rewrite things a little bit. That way we're not plagiarizing. So you can see this is the exact transcript. We basically want to feed this into AI and have AI rewrite it, change a little bit of the details. That way we're not straight up copying this guy. So we're going to add an AI agent. Come right over here. AI agent. For now, I like to add a chat model first. For this, we're going to end up using OpenAI just because it gets the job done. And for right here, you want to click on define below. And for this user message, I already came up with a good prompt. So I'm going to come over to my other automation. We're going to open this up and I'm going to bring it over and explain what this does, as well as how I came up with it. So make sure you turn on expression, open this up, paste it in. And if we read through this, we're saying you're a script optimizer specializing in viral short form content. Review the following Instagram Rail script and make minimal improvements only where necessary.
Change only 3 to 10 words maximum. Only fix obvious issues like awkward phrasing, weak word choices, or unnatural flow. Keep the core structure, hook, and message exactly as is. If the script is already good, return it unchanged. Make strategic tweaks that increase engagement without rewriting. I've found that whenever I use this, it always rewrites it and changes like I said, 3 to 10 words, which is perfect. And then you add this content at the end. That way AI has an idea of what it's changing. So after that is said and done, we can just click on execute step. And you can see we now have the output right here. So it changed up a couple things. Now that we have that, what we want to do next is we need to feed this script into somewhere that's going to create these videos for us. Like we talked about earlier, it's going to be Heygen, which is basically the avatar that clones you and then creates videos in your voice, and it looks just like you, and it's impossible to tell whether these videos are real or AI generated, which is perfect. So next step, we're going to do a edit fields node, and the reason for this is we want to turn on JSON, close all this, and this is going to be setup Heygen information. There we go. And then for the JSON, I went ahead and made it over here. So if we come back over, setup Heygen is right here. And we're going to copy this, and then I'll explain what all of this does for you guys in 1 second. So if we open this up and read through it, we're just basically entering our API key for Heygen, which mine is right here. Please don't copy it. We're entering our avatar ID, and this is from Heygen. So like I said, you're allowed to create avatars of yourself. This is one. This is another one where I have the different shirt. I have a few different ones. So the avatar ID, it's whatever one I want to use. If you come over to avatars, you can click something like this and just copy your avatar ID. So we also pass over a voice ID. This is actually from 11 Labs. So if you guys aren't familiar with 11 Labs, just let you copy your voice and clone your own voice, very high quality, which is what I did. That's my voice ID right there. Has background is false because like we said, you're allowed to change the background if you want. Almost every case is going to be unnecessary for that. And then background video URL if you do change the background. So that's it. That's a very simple one right there. We could just click execute because it doesn't really do anything. And just like that, if we come over to here, so we have that step done. We have these 2 steps done. And now we're just going to add an if node for whether the video has a background or not. So this is super easy. What you want to do is just click this, literally look up if, and then what we can do is we can drag in if has background is. So what we do here is has background video, drag that into the condition right there and say is true, and it's literally that simple. So now when we execute step, it'll have 2 separate trees, and this will make sense in a second. So now we have 2 outputs, and the reason for this is if we come back over to our original, you can see we have 1 to create avatar video with background, 1 to create avatar video without background. So if we didn't set up this if node right here, we would have to manually switch every time that we want one either with a background or without. This way it's fully automated, so we don't have to come in here ever and edit anything. And now next step is going to be this post request to Heygen. So if we come back over after the if node, we have an HTTP post request to Heygen. So just look up HTTP. It's going to be a post request, and the URL we can grab that from the other automation here in a second. For the authentication, we're going to leave that blank for now. And then we're going to turn on send headers. And now for this, for the URL, we just want to type in this. We're basically telling Heygen to generate a video, and then we're going to plug in all the information. So this first one is going to be our API key. So x-API-key. Make sure the capitalization is correct, otherwise it won't work. So first letter has to be capitalized in every one, and this looks incorrect as well. So that looks correct. And then for the value, where we can grab this is this. This is why we did the setup Heygen node, is so we have our API key. We could just drag it in like that, and you can see it turn green. That's our API key. Perfect. Then we're going to want to add parameter. This one is going to be content type, and we're just telling Heygen that we're sending this over application/JSON, just like that, all lowercase. And then we want to scroll down and toggle on send body. JSON using JSON, and for the JSON code, I'm going to come back over to the other automation. I'm going to open it up, and I'll explain exactly what all of this does for you guys in 1 second. So copy that right over, paste it in there, and if we open that up, you can see what we're passing over is all the information for Heygen. So a lot of these are messed up simply because in this automation, I have them named something different. So you see I have set up Heygen 2, In this one, it's named setup Heygen 1, so I can fix that very quickly for you guys. So avatar ID, we just want to pass over the avatar ID. And this is why it's important. We have this setup Heygen node because avatar ID is right there. You can see now it's green. Input text, we're just going to input the text that the AI agent came up with for us. So we had the AI agent rewrite the script. That's what we're going to put here. If you scroll down to the agent, give me 1 second. The output is right here, and we're just going to drag it right in between like that. Voice ID, same thing. We want to grab that from Heygen setup. So right in here, voice ID, drag that on in, perfect. And everything else looks perfect. So what this is telling Heygen is that this is the words we want it to say. So it's easier if we look on the right side. This is the text we want our agent to say. This is the voice we want you to use, and this is the avatar. And then title, I just use something like the Telegram name. You could really make that whatever you want. If you wanted, you could name it my title. Doesn't really matter. That's just inside of Heygen what the project is going to show up as. So the way I do it, I just have it random numbers like that. Doesn't really matter. It's basically your preference. But just like that, we can now execute this step, I believe, right? Yep, everything's good. Execute step. There we go. It was successful. And what we want to do also is duplicate this. So just click Control D. This one is going to be Heygen, Heygen no background, Heygen with background. There we go. And what's going on here? So yeah, you just want to drag in, you want to connect it just like that. And then you can drag in all that relevant information. But for now, I am going to deactivate this just because we're working on this one. So just like that, we are pretty much almost done with this entire workflow. So if node, there we go. Now next we need to do a merge node to merge these two together. So a lot of people get nervous when these come up. All you have to do is look up merge. We're going to append 2. That's it. So then just like that, you can crisscross them like that if you want to, because all we're doing is combining these into one. That way every time, no matter where it comes from, we can get that video URL. So then next step is going to be another HTTP request node. This time it's going to be a get node. And if we come back over here, we can actually just copy this over. Video status get. So that's the URL right there if you guys would like to copy it. And then we can turn on send query parameters. And this first one is going to be video underscore ID. And then we're going to drag in the value from the merge data node. So we need to execute that. We'll do that in 1 second here. And then next we want to turn on send headers. And again, this is just going to be our API key. There we go. And again, we can grab that. But before we grab those, we need to execute this. That way the information passes through. So there we go. And for this video ID, we need to drag in right here, video ID. It'll change to expression. Perfect. And then for this X API key, remember we're in Heygen. So we want to go to the Heygen setup, grab our API key just like that. And I think that's all we have to do. So there we go, code 100. And you can see everything looks, status is completed, which is perfect. So the video is done generating. If we come over here, you can see there it is 3 minutes ago, 491. So now what we can do is I like to set this up just because I had a lot of issues before where I didn't have this set up and I ended up getting charged way more. And I had to upgrade my n8n plan. So what I'm about to set up is called basically error handling. So all it is an if node. All you do is if. So all we do for this if node is drag in this status from the previous one is equal to completed, execute step, turn on convert content types, execute step. So now it's true. If it's false, all we want to do is reroute it. Oh, I forgot to put the wait node. So I did get a little bit ahead of myself. After this merge node, we should put a wait node. So simple, just come in, put a wait node, set it to something like 2 minutes. Done. All that does is if we put it right there, is if the video is not completed yet, it's going to come back over, wait again, try to get it. If it's not completed, it's going to come over. And that's basically how you handle the error. Instead of it just ruining the entire automation, it'll just say error. So now finally, what we have is pretty much the finished workflow. The final step is where do we want this final video to go? For me, I like to send it right back to my Telegram. So we're going to do send a message. Send a message, where is it? Send a text message. We're going to pick the correct bot that we had. Message, send message. For the chat ID, we want to go all the way back to the Telegram trigger. Grab that chat ID, drag it in there. And then for the text, we want to send over URL, which is right there, which is our final URL. And if we go to this, it should take us to our Heygen video. So execute step. All right, so the wait node is processing. I'll be right back once that's done, guys. All right, so the workflow has finished executing. I did realize, though, I made a little mistake in this final node in that I put the GIF URL by accident. What I should have done is came down and grabbed the video URL. So just do that, execute that step, and I'm going to have to wait again. But I'll be right back once that's done to show you that the workflow is now completely done. And just like that, you guys now have a complete end-to-end workflow that actually works and produces results and can get you to 30,000 followers in the next month if you put it into action. So a couple key things to note for you guys is that if we come over to mine, I have it set up a little bit differently in that I have this section as well that I added. All this does is if I decide to break that and I don't want it to be an AI video, I just feed it in like this. And what it's going to do is send me an audio transcript. That way I can record it and have me recording it instead of AI recording it. Another key difference that that a lot of people are interested in is that if you want, you don't have to send this directly to your Telegram. That way you have to go here, download it manually and post it. What you can do is you can, like I said, get the Blotato node and you could just add that and it's going to upload to pretty much every single social media platform that you have. And you could set up 8 of these. That way it uploads to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and you could set that up if you want. Like I said, the reason I don't have mine doing that is because I've found that when you automate your posting, it limits your reach severely. So that's one thing I would definitely recommend is post it manually if you are setting this up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to check out AI Revenue Systems, which is my community where I show you step by step how to get your first paying client building AI automations like the one I just showed you today. We're currently at 775 members and I just finished the course. So now if you come in here, I give you a day-by-day roadmap with the exact steps to take in order to get your very first paying AI client. And I have a guarantee that if you don't make at least $500 in your first 3 months, I will give you all of your money back, guaranteed. So if you guys want to check it out, join 775 members. I'll leave a link in the description. Be sure to check out my Instagram as well. And if you guys like this video, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help you guys out, and I'll take any recommendations you guys have for videos. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.